Hey, hello, it's me, Shamu, and in a bit I'm straight up stealing from another YouTube creator, being MBT, by the way, if you're watching this, or somehow get a hold of this information that I'm doing this. Love you stuff, love all you peoples, and everyone watching this, please continue to watch if you're here for the Dragon Ball stuff. With that being said, we're going to be going into a little bit of a deck list for a new super threat, potentially, for the Dragon Ball Fusion World card game, a man who is literally too angry to die. It be Broly BR.
Oh my fellas!
Now, green has been a color that has a lot of weird energy restrictions based on the effects it can do, and Broly BR is no different. However, we're going to go over the first side, the back side, and the deck list I have brewed up to try to run this man into the ground and into your face. When attacking, draw one card. End of your turn, add one life to your hand. This is mandatory, you must do it. Awaken, when you're at 4 or less, draw a card and flip this card over. He flips into Big Man McGee, Angry Broly. When attacking, choose a Broly BR in your battle area and place it into its owner's drop. This is an optional effect. You do not have to use the skill. If you have 4 energy, meaning you are only playing at 4 energy, no higher, no less, play one Broly with a cost of 1 greater than the card you were chosen and place it in rest mode. This is sort of a Magic the Gathering style effect for a card called Birthing Pod, which is effectively the same thing, except where Birthing Pod can let you play any single creature from your deck that costs 1 higher. The Broly you're playing must be from your hand and it comes into rest mode. But that won't matter, as you'll see the 2 bombs we were playing for the big part of it, and then the big man that came out in the set. His other effect is Activate Main. Once per turn, draw a card and discard a card, meaning you are no longer going positive on cards, but you can filter out the zeros and the cards you are playing to make your deck function a little better. Now, we are playing 4, not 3, Son Gohan Childhood, who, look at the top 3, add a 5 cost or less Saiyan card to your hand. This searches basically everything but your top end, which you're going to need that because we are playing cards like Nappa. We'll get to him in a moment. We are playing 3 of the SR Chilai. I am thinking about bumping this up a little bit, but for right now we're playing with 3. Opponent's turn, permanent. Battle cards that cost 7 or more in your battle area cannot be removed by your opponent's skills. This is huge because there are certain colors that have the ability to remove the Brolys if they end up resolving and she is not out. She also adds 1 life. That's just sort of a nice caveat. 5k, 5k. We are playing 4 Ba, BR, who is just on play, kill a 1-drop or less with 10k combo. What more can you say? You kind of like the 10ks, and you like the easy removal for things like Halo Coup and other decks that do that kind of thing. The other 1-drop we are playing is Paragus BR, who looks at the top 5 at a non-Paragus BR Planet Vampa, or a Broly BR and put him into your hand. Only one of those 2, but basically we get to search most of the deck. All these are Brolys, that's a Planet Vampa, bada bing bada boom. We are playing 3 Nappas on play, choose 1, you must do so. Add a life to your energy in rest mode, and if you have no Vegetas, this card can't attack. 0 combo, 30k power. We are playing this just in the off chance you're going second, because if you go second with this card, you are able to then do your main game plan on turn 3 instead of 4, which is massive for this deck. Granted, you can't really control that because we don't get a coin flip like other card games. Then we get into the meat of the deck, the Brolys. We are playing 4 of every Broly, and they're all Broly BR. So first, Broly BR, 4, 20k, 10k combo. When attacking, discard a card, play a 1-drop battle card, and then add 3 to this card's cost. This is important because we do need him to be a 7 in order to cheat the system for what we're ending up doing. This also can let you play Chilais, the Bas, the good Gohans, and even Paragus if you feel so inclined, meaning you can get a little more advantage or maybe even a little protection. We are playing 4 of the Broly BR 30k 0 combo. This is always a 7 cost if your leader is Broly BR. And when attacking, kill a 1 cost or less. This is just generic removal, once again, for little weenie boys that we do not want sticking around on the field, as well as making himself a 7. We are also running Broly BR 25k, 4 cost, 10k combo. He is the promo card you get from buying the little special pack in the store. I recommend you buy him. Granted, you're mostly using him for his combo power instead of his actual effect, which is place an energy into your drop and make him cost 7 for the turn. This is important, once again, because we need to make him a 7. Granted, you're probably not going to be using this one unless you're just either really ahead or you happen to survive long enough to get to that point. 4 super combos, because you're always going to do that, and then we get into the other half of the meat of the deck, the Brolys. We are playing 4 of the new Broly BRSR permanent. This card can't be KO'd once per turn. On play, switch this card to active mode, which negates the downside of the leader effect. Then if you're at 2 or less life, you can add the top of your deck to your life. This gives you some insane survivability, and you can actually forcibly trigger it if you happen to be playing a Chilai off of the other Broly that plays a 1-drop. You're playing 3, now, yeah, we're playing 4 actually, of the starter deck Broly BR, because it is an on-play draw card, and kill literally anything in your opponent's battle area that is a battle card. If this manages to get to the next turn after this has already done its effect, and it hasn't been frozen by, like, yellow shenanigans, it gets to attack twice, and most opponents can't deal with a 45k twice. It is insane, and then we get to cheat either one of these 2 cards into the big bad of the whole deck. Broly BRSCR. 9 cost, 55k power, no combo because he has to not have that for double strike. On play, switch this active, then add the top of your deck to your life, and choose all battle cards in all battle areas that cost 2 or more, and KO them. This is a board wipe that gives you the reset that you're going to need to continue punching your opponent's face in. Important to note is that the board wipe effect doesn't actually kill the SR Broly that came out with it, because it has a once per turn protection effect. Meaning if you somehow get in a game state where you have 2 of these Brolys, you get to make another Broly that doesn't kill the other one. And then for extras, we're playing 2 instant Kamehamehas. I kind of want to bump this up, but I'm not sure just yet, because it's just a 15k buff. We need that to close out games sometimes. 3 Planet Vampa, because if you have a Broly that costs 7 or more, you will almost always have that in play. You get to draw a card, which negates the downside of not having a leader swing. And then we're playing 3 Shuddering Roar, because if your leader is Broly BR, you're to kill a 3 cost or less and then draw a card, replace itself and its removal. You kind of need that. Now, that being said, we went through the card by card. Let's get into the game so we can showcase just how powerful this deck is. First up, we are doing a mirror match against another Broly BR, where we actually open the best possible hand we can get because we are going second. We're going to play this on 2x speed, so it's nice and easy for you to digest, and I'll say as fast as I can. Our opponent's not going to do too much. We're going to play a Paragus, get a Broly BR into their hand, and then we're going to go as they take a life from their own leader effect. We charge a card, we attack, we are then going to just punch them in the face because that's what they want to do. We're going to play our Chilai because we want to wake up just as fast as they are, because they don't know that we're actually going to be able to punch them a lot harder than they're going to be punching us. They play a Ba who's going to kill our Chilai, which is rough, but it is what it is. We're going to take the punch because we don't actually care about staying on our front side any longer, because we're just going to easily get into our threshold by turn 3, because that is why we were playing these Nappas. We play the better Nappa, of course, after attacking them in the face, which they do not want to take because they want to save as much of their life for some reason, because they know we're probably going to play a card that punches them in the face. And we're going to Awaken, which is let us draw and discard a card so we can cycle through our hand a little better, letting us get rid of some of the zeros, while also punching them with a Nappa just to get the easy damage in, because we are not at any risk of them removing our Nappa. Now, the Broly is going to wake up on their side of the field, which is going to be not that big of an issue. All they're really doing is playing Paragus into a Planet Vampa, which is going to be, you know, nothing because they don't have a Broly. They can punch me all they want, though, because I don't care. I'm at 4 energy. What are you going to do? I play Broly. I swing with Broly. I then activate the effect to play a 1-drop, who is another Chilai. I'm going to take the life because we actually do have the correct Broly in hand that makes us not feel that bad. We're of course going to attack with the everything else first, being the Nappa, and then we get to attack with our leader after cycling through our hand, getting rid of a Broly BR that does not restand itself, cheating out the BR Broly that heals us, restands itself, and gives us another easy attack. He's going to keep defending though, because he doesn't want to actually go down to 2 life, because he knows the risk that is going to be run with that if he does so. But it's already too little too late. He's going to play down his own Broly. He's going to attack with this Broly and try to kill my Chilai. So all we have to do is just defend our Nappa to make sure that what he's going to have to do is swing with his leader into my mouth, which is not going to do well for him in any capacity because he plays his Broly who can only kill the Nappa. His Broly punches me in the face, I take the hit, it doesn't matter. I get to go to my turn where I'm going to draw. I'm not going to charge because we don't need to do that. We try to punch him in the face, which he is going to block with 3 cards because he just probably doesn't have the super combos. I draw, I cycle, we then swing after playing a Kid Gohan to cycle for a little more cards. We're playing a Paragus BR to try to find even more cards. He knows we have an SCR, which doesn't help him in any case because we're going to play it. kill his Broly, keep our guys, and now he has to make the hard choice of does he take the hit? Which he is not going to want to take that because it's going to hurt him a lot. But he's going to have to take the 55 because there's no way he has the combo power to stop this, putting him down to 1 life. There's no combination of cards he can be playing except for potentially maybe this, if it can draw him into something maybe. But he's like, what's he gonna do here, right? He's gonna go, he's gonna swing, I block his attack, he's gonna punch me in the face, cheat out his guy, who's gonna play out another Broly BR to punch me in the mouth, but it just kills my Broly. I take the hit because it doesn't really matter. We go to my turn. I am gonna charge because we need to charge for our own Broly BR promo. He does come up sometimes. We cheat, we punch, we make him a 7, we hit him in the face, we're gonna instant Kamehameha, and this is where I actually goofed because I forgot to use the effect properly. Because your effect only works at 4. I made the mistake and dropped an energy too fast. But it's not going to matter because we're going to swing. He's going to take all this hit. And he can't beat 75k. And he concedes the match. Game 2 is actually up against a King Goma who is more of a terrifying deck because it is more of a slightly aggro deck if it gets to the point where it is. But we have a good opening hand and we are going first. So we're going to pop right into here and showcase how we take down somebody like this. We start off by charging. We're going to play our Paragus BR because we actually do need to find a top-end card. The Heal Broly being the best one we could find off the top 5. Now, he's going to swing. We're not going to really try to block the attack because we don't care about waking up too fast or too slow against this man. He's going to play Piccolo and draw his card. We're going to go. We're going to charge. And we're going to play Planet Vampa. Going first, you're almost always going to want to do this because there's no reason not to. And the advantage it generates you once you actually get to your bigger Brolys is the main thing you're gonna need. Now, finding a Nappa in my life is actually like not that bad because we can just charge it because otherwise we're not doing anything with it going first. It doesn't help us in any capacity. Now, unfortunately, he's gonna play Dog of Mega who restands and is mildly annoying. There's not really much we can do about that, but we do get to flip into our 20k body, punching him in the face from 7 down to 6. And then we're going to play a Kid Gohan, search the top 3 for a 5 cost, play another Kid Gohan, search the top 3 for a 5 cost or less, and then we're going to play a Batu, kill his Piccolo, and now we get to play nice and defensive. After cycling our hand, getting rid of a 0 that we no longer need. Now, unfortunately for us, he is going to have the problem of being the dog, and also now a Kraken who gets to restand an energy, giving him a little more extension. But we are just going to take both of these hits after, we take one of the hits. They freestands his dog. We go to our turn. We charge the 4. We play the Broly that cheats out a guy because we're going to discard a card, being the instant Kamehameha, and play a Chilai going down to not 2. We're going to stay at 3. I got you there. We're going to draw a card off our Planet Vampa. We're going to draw and discard another card to cycle through. We're going to punch into the Kraken. We're going to play our Broly BR, which is going to kill the dog. And we are going to combo up to try to kill the Kraken, but he's going to defend it with a Majin Du in his hand. We're then going to pass because there's not really many things he can do in yellow aside from Blue Power Awakening, but he's not playing that. He's not going to be playing that at any capacity. He plays another dog. He swings. We're going to block this one because we want to make sure that if we go down, we're not going to go down too far. He swings with the Kraken. We are going to take this hit going down to 2. And he's going to play a Demon King's Palace, which is going to restand his dog, which is a mild problem for me, so I am going to have to defend this hit because we cannot afford to take that many attacks. Dog restands, we go to our turn, we draw a card, and then we are going to swing into the Kraken with our Broly. He's not going to defend it. We are then going to go and draw and cycle through. We're going to swing at his face. He's not going to block it. We put him down to 4. We are then going to play Broly BR, who kills a 1 cost or less, but it doesn't really affect us here. He's not going to block still. He's going to flip over into his Awakened side, which is probably not really that great of an idea right now. But it is what it is. We're going to swing. We're going to cycle our Broly into a Broly BR, who restands and heals, giving us another 50k swing. He doesn't block this attack either. And now you can punch him in the face with a 50k, which he is going to block, and he's not going to defend the dog, because there's no reason to defend the dog. It is not going to survive this attack. Now we're in a position where we have the best possible scenario, and we just have to survive this turn. However, we do have the rough spot of he has to play a card, which is going to be a Majin Ku, who is a 30k, does not restand. Majin Ku comes on my face, I'm going to take the hit. He swings with Goma, who's then going to play the field he just got rid of, which is going to restand the Goma. And we're going to have to go upwards because we cannot afford to risk an all-in from this man, no matter how hard I think I might be able to survive it. But with everything else, we have the game plan to win, win, win. We're going to draw our card. We're going to play Shuddering Roar to kill the Piccolo because we do not want him to have the ability to combo with it. We're swinging with our Broly into his face. We're going to swing with our Broly into his face. Unfortunately, due to how this lined up, I do have to just go for all the hits because it's not going to help us no matter what we do. Play a Gohan, search the top for another card, which we do end up finding as a Nappa, which isn't going to help us at all. We swing, we cycle, and we play the combo SCR with the Broly that protects itself, blowing up everything but our own Broly, getting a heal, getting a double strike. We're going to put a 40k into him, and he sees the writing on the wall and just scoops it up with a beautiful animation from Broly, killing King Goma for good. For our last match, we're going to be playing a ranked game at Platinum, because that is the rank I ended at the season of, up against a Daima Goku SS2, who is actually pretty terrifying in this format because they did get a couple cards that do make him actually a threat. So let's hop into this. This opening hand is okay, but we probably could do a little better, so we're going to cycle through. Because I am going second, we're trying to find Nappa. Unfortunately, we didn't find Nappa. We did find things that can find Nappa, so we're just going to have to hope for the best and get in our game plan. He did add a new Goku that does restand when he's awakened. We're going to swing, we're going to draw. He's not going to block it because he wants to be awakened. We're going to play a Gohan, trying to find a Nappa, and we find a pair of Gits instead, which is fine. We add a Top of Our Life, which is a SCR Broly, which is going to be nice and handy because this deck likes to go wide with lots of attacks. We got to find a super combo off the top, and this man is playing Hit in our Lord 2025. I didn't think that was going to be possible, but it's still happening to this day. We take the hit, we go down, and we are at 5 life, going to charge the Planet Vampa, swing at the hit. We probably should have comboed up to try to kill the hit, but it is what it is. We play Planet Vampa and just try to get to our next turn. Go to 4, get to his turn. He charges a Neva, he plays a Shin. This is the new card that is a problem. Lets him add a life and lets him play another card. Now, because he has the hit still, he actually gets to be at 4. I flip over to my side, making me a 20. I combo a 5, but it's not going to be that great because now he gets to swing, and he's going to be able to awaken, going to his own 20, making it so that he's no longer just tied for power. He then buffs his own little mini Goku over there, swings with a Shin, who I have to block with a 10 because we cannot be affording to take this many hits this fast. But unfortunately for me, he's going to discard a card with that Kid Goku over there, and it's going to let him restand the Goku, who has the permanent 10k buff from his leader, getting 2 25k swings, and I'm only at 3 energy. We do not have the ability to play a Broly that will get us into a position where we win. We can swing into this Goku, but it's not going to save us. We are going to draw and cycle, and then we're going to use our Planet Vampa to draw another card, but we're not finding cards that save the day or fix the problem. He is going to let the Goku die, though, on the second attack, but as you can probably guess, the writing is on the wall. He's at 4, we're at 2 life, and he just plays a Glorio, who makes me a 15k for the rest of the turn. He swings and goes to 25. I can't really stop that. And he's going to go through the rest of his attacks as if nothing is wrong here. Swings a Shin, I have to use a super combo here. He's then going to swing the hit, and he's not going to take the life, even though he could. I'm going to combo a 10, going to 25, but as you can see in my hand, the only thing that could get me out of this is the instant Kamehamehas, which will lose me the game on the spot. Alright, that is the deck, and I gotta say, this deck is pretty explosive, volatile, and kind of too predictable and falls on its face when it comes to decks that are super hyper aggressive. So let's just run over a little crash course on what I think could probably be improved with the deck going forward. You're gonna need things that probably heal you at lower life totals. Now, Broly does have his other friends that can do that, but if you're gonna run that much of a niche case because you're gonna run into aggro decks, it's not gonna be that good. That being said, as long as you can get to 4 energy and just do your game plan, you're gonna be generally fine because you should be able to remove all the threats that come at you. But surviving that long against those aggro decks is the main issue. You do need to have the ability to remove their threats while also putting up pressure. Nappa is nice, but I don't think he's going to be something I keep in the deck going forward because of the fact that if I draw him later, he's not going to do anything, and if I'm not going second, there's not really a reason to play him because I have other things I want to do. That being said, I hope you found this insightful, helpful, and also have fun in the new format. There's lots of new decks, lots of new cards, and I hope to see all of you in the future. And I can't wait to hear what you all want to see for the next deck list I cover, because I have a few ideas already cooking in my head. So see ya, love ya, and have fun boosting through those ranks. Bye!